Welcome back to the Pokemon Black No Experience run. Last time we took on the one who was the real nightmare of the Elite Four. Now, we take on the wannabe nightmare. The one who wants to make her room look as scary as possible. Though I do admit, this intro is very, very cool. She probably has my favourite room out of all the Elite Four members. I just really like the aesthetic here, and that lightning flash could not have come at a better time. That is brilliant. I love that. Anyway, I should say that, yes, once you get up these things, you can't leave. So, time to take on Elite Four member number 2. Technically, they don't actually have an order, but anyway. Time for the Ghost-type specialist, Shauntal. Who do you think that challenger was? Foreshadowing much? Anyway, this is Shauntal, the Elite Four's Ghost-type opponent. Now, I missed one flash here. I'm sorry, I gotta wait for a moment. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. There we go! Sorry, I had to time the battle intro to the lightning flash. I always love doing that. It's something that I kind of have to do every time I play this game. It just feels pretty awesome like that. Anyway, this is Shauntal, the Elite Four's Ghost Specialist. And there are a lot of good Ghost types in the Unova Pokédex, so this could be an interesting battle. First up, she sends out Cofagrigus. Now, Cofagrigus is more of a stall than anything. Now, I've got Light Screen on my side, which is going to help me here, before I mention just how much these things are going to help. Now, yes, this thing does no Psychic, but with Light Screen backing me, even super effective is not going to do that much. Let's see if I can get some Giga Drains on this thing. Also, by the way, just a little nudge, you might want to get used to fighting Cofagrigus. Just saying. And yes, I guess I agree on both counts. Anyway, let's just keep Giga Draining you. Now, yeah, the thing you want to know about Cofagrigus is it has massive defenses. Also, if you attack it with a contact move, you will lose your ability due to its mummy ability. I've actually shown off the effect of that earlier when I actually used one to remove the rivalry ability on Drayden's Haxorus. What, wait, grass? What? Okay, that is a very weird AI decision there, and that was kind of dumb, because that's not very effective. And I just got mummified, but I don't really care, since I wasn't going to be getting hit by a dark move anyway. Really? You are weird. Very, very weird. In fact, I actually don't even remember Cofagrigus even being able to learn Grass Knot, so anyway. But anyway, with this Light Screen up, and oh, yeah, you're just doing that. That is the thing you want to watch out for, and that is the reason why I didn't lead with Excadrill. Excadrill does not like getting Will-O-Wisp at all. So, yeah. I'm going to try and bring out Mandablast here to see if I can get a quick crunch in before it can Will-O-Wisp anyone else. Hopefully... Okay, good. I double resist Grass Knot and have a Light Screen up, so hopefully this should work. Now, Mandablast did absolutely nothing in the Caitlyn battle. Despite being resistant to Psychic, it's actually a pretty terrible Psychic counter. I just lost, I believe, my small ability, but that's fine. Anyway, Cofagrigus goes down, and next up comes this thing. Now, this is the one biggest threat in Shauntal's team. This Pokemon alone required a lot of countermeasures and backup plans on my behalf to take it out. So firstly, I kind of want to let Durant faint here. The reason? I really don't think anything I have can switch in on a 145, or is it just 140? Whatever it is, monstrously high base special attack. I can't afford to switch anyone here, because seriously, I need all the HP I can get to take its hits. This thing is an absolute monster, and yeah, I'm basically dead now, but fortunately I Thunder Waved it. This is going to be absolutely critical, this Thunder Wave. Without this, I have one other backup plan to fall back on. If things get really bad, Gao has Rain Dance. This is the sole reason I put Rain Dance on the team. In fact, I may end up having to use it right now. Now, the paralysis there is going to help me ensure that Excadrill gets the drop on this thing when it comes to speed. However, let's get this Light Screen up first, because hopefully, yes, Eggogi can do this one thing before going down. I'm making a lot of sacrifices in this battle, but they are worth it, because this thing is very hard to take down without some sacrifices. So, Drill Smash, get in there. Now, here's the problem. I may or may not be faster after... I probably am faster, but now, I go for the Ground Gem Boosted Earthquake. Remember earlier when I said these gems were important? Well, they are. And I took out Shauntal in one shot, perfect. Now, with the light screen up, there's still a chance that the Fire Blast would have taken me out. I mean, it's still pretty ridiculous. So that's why I have Rain Dance as a countermeasure. Thankfully, the combination of Ground Gem, Paralysis, and by the way, that Chandelure at level 50, with your levels only being in the early 40s, is actually a lot tougher than you'd probably think. A lot tougher in terms of speed, is what I meant. You know the Durand I was using? Manda Blast? Yes, it's Manda Blast, isn't it? She gets outsped by that Chandelure. Yes, really. Base 80 speed outspeeding base over 100 speed. It's because of the level difference, but still, it freaked me out the first time it happened. So yes, that Chandelure is incredibly dangerous, and I really don't want to use Rain Dance here for obvious reasons. Shauntal's final Pokemon here, that Golurk is pretty much nothing to Tornadus, so I kind of ignore it. Shauntal's final Pokemon, also, if worse comes to worse though, Berisian can handle Golurk pretty well, so I'm not really that worried. Now, speaking of Berisian though, Berisian is the best one here for handling Jellicent, and it's the female form of Jellicent at that. Jellicent is a Ghost Water type, but Giga Drain is going to do some pretty serious damage to it. I also have Light Screen to cushion its blows a little. I'm feeling pretty safe against this, so I don't want to get cocky, but I have a feeling victory is all but assured, unless I get a lot of special defense drops on that Shadow Ball. Hopefully, these Giga Drains will restore enough health to recuperate my losses a little, and, well, they're certainly doing quite a bit. Oh, damn it. I forgot about that! See when I said it was important to have backup plans in place? This is why. That Curse Body kind of screwed me over a little. It's locked me out of using Giga Drain, and with that, yeah, I am at a bit of a problem here. Hopefully, Excadrill can finish the job. The chances of you using a Water move on Berisian are quite low, right? Yes, I resist this Shadow Ball, now just hopefully I am faster. Excadrill is not really, not so much Excadrill, but Jellicent is not really a speed demon, and yes, great. Hopefully, this KOs, and it did. Shauntal down. Shauntal can actually be a bit of trouble, as you just saw. Particularly the Chandelure. Chandelure is actually very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. And yeah, you'll basically see like what it did. I had to make quite a few sacrifices just to put my plan in measure to get around Chandelure. Base 145 special attack is, if you'll pardon this, nothing to giggle at. Seriously, that thing hurts a lot. And I left the victories music playing here, one for dramatic effect, and two because, well, I need some extra time to talk about stuff. Anyway, I admit I do kind of like Shauntal. Apparently Shauntal's appearance was designed to kind of evoke a black cat, as well as possibly being based off a certain character from Scooby-Doo, but because I never actually, in appearance was wise, but I never really grew up with that show, so I don't really know that much about it. Apparently, she resembles a particular character from that show, and again, being a ghost specialist who has a whole haunting theme to their room, it kind of makes sense. But anyway, she is now down. On to the next one, then. Thing is, I actually had one failed take against Shauntal in this run. So, I guess it's time, once again, for... the Fail Channel! I think pretty much just an image of Caitlyn is basically enough to embody all the failures of the previous part. But anyway, I actually really don't have much to say here, so I'll just get on to the failed take. And yes, I still love doing that. So anyway, I actually haven't yet mentioned the music music of the Elite Four, and I guess I should probably get that out of the way now. I actually very much like the Elite Four theme of this generation. It has this very dark and menacing feel to it. It's probably the darkest, not just Elite Four, it's one of the darkest sounding battle themes in the series, and it does kind of fit given, well, spoilers. Anyway, that'll all make sense later. But anyway, it really has this sort of doom and gloom feel to it. Like, again, it just feels downright dark, and it does fit, again, for the point in the plot that you're at. Also, with the fact that a whole lot of the Elite Four have gothic motifs to them, it kind of fits there too. Now, the other interesting thing about this Elite Four theme is, if you listen very closely, there's one part of the song that actually is a direct callback to the Elite Four battle theme from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. In fact, yeah, like that. Actually pretty interesting. I guess this means fun. No, this is one generation ago, sorry. I do like that nod. I really like the Ruby and Sapphire Elite Four theme, but then again, it was the very first generation where the Elite Four was given a unique battle theme, like as in where they didn't essentially a battle theme. So I guess it makes sense that that one really stands out to me. But still, I like the fact they're calling back to it. It's probably still my favourite Elite Four battle theme in the series. Anyway, the battle against Rodriguez is pretty much going the exact same way it used to. Except it did that. Yes. Now, this is the reason why I didn't have, wait a second, I did have Precision first last time, what am I thinking? Anyway, well, that was incredibly... Okay, I think I know what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to reduce it to enough of an HP range that it won't full restore, but I will KO with my next attack. That's what I'm doing, using weak attacks to reduce it into very, very low yellow, but not quite red, because the moment it hits red, it's full restore time. Now I got Mana Blast in, this is something the same thing, but by the way, watch how much okay, that was with light screen, but without light screen, that probably would have done about half. Yeah, a resisted attack doing about half HP. Durant's HP, and I did not KO. Okay, this is about the point where things started going south. Watch how much this does. That is surprisingly a lot for a resisted attack behind the light screen, and gets full restored. However, this thing does have a defense drop, so I might be with a chance if I just crunch it repeatedly. Once my light screen falls though, I'm basically dead. However, I am fast enough to hit it again first, and Rodriguez goes down after some slight problems. Simply due to me getting really lucky with that defense drop. If I had not got that, I probably would not have 2 KO'd the next time. And now Shauntal comes out. And I have actually learned the hard way from past experience, or am I about to here? I'm actually not entirely sure. I actually forget how I failed this one, so I guess I'll see for myself. Anyway, here's the thing. Switching in on Shauntal is very, very difficult given how good its stats are, and the fact that, well, I have very few things that aren't weak to fire. Again, restrictions in what I can actually use at this point. If I had access to trading, I could probably use a Gigalith. It is possible to catch a level 50 Seismitoad, but very unlikely. The Seismitoads in Victory Road do go all the way up to level 50, and that's very bad. Do go all the way up to level 50, however they range anything from I think level 25 to level 50, so actually getting one at level 50 is a very big ask. Now here comes the countermeasure, Rain Dance. This is going to be very, very important. The reason why I actually put Rain Dance here is I am that scared of Fire Blast. Now, thankfully, Fire Blast missed, which is very, very good because, yeah, that Fire Blast is scary. So scary, in fact, that again, I had to pack Rain Dance just to counter it. Now, the reason I'm using Extra Sensory here is I had a feeling that one more Air Slash would have put it into the red and thus full restore range. So yeah, you've always got to try and play around item ranges of the AI. And unfortunately, I just fell short. I wasn't quite right, and I was only a few HP off KOing it, so it gets full restored. This is annoying, but admittedly on the turn that it gets full restored, I do get a free Air Slash. Unfortunately, the rain is now stopped, and its next Fire Blast is going to destroy me, even with the rain, and that's a problem. And that Psychic is actually quite painful too. See, it's got a surprisingly good move pool as well on it, so it's actually very, very nasty. Very nasty. And here is a problem. Yeah, without the paralysis, I'm probably not going to outspeed this thing, and thus my Earthquake plan, yep, outsped. And by the way, watch what happens here. I've got the rain up, guess how much this Fire Blast is going to do? Yep, one-shotted even with rain up. Yep, in case you haven't realised, this Chandelure scares me. I was rightly justified to have a lot of counter plans in place for this thing, because seriously, this Chandelure scares me, and Cobalion is a horrible matchup against it, because everything I have it resists or is immune to, I have horrible special defense, and I'm weak to fire. 3 guesses how this thing's gonna go. Once again, oh, that was a critical hit. Still, 2 things in a row, one-shotted despite rain. Yeah. And guess who else is gonna get one-shotted despite rain? Because my special defense is so awful, and it's a what? Okay, I admit, that is bizarre, but I still died anyway. See? That is why Duran's special defense is its downfall, because, like, seriously, you can't, even attacks that it resists are going to do massive chunks of its health. And I'm pretty much screwed here. I'm basically screwed. This is probably, yeah. Hey, I'm just going to recover a tiny, tiny bit of HP. That's totally going to make a difference. And would it really, you know, would it really, you know, bug you to miss one Fire Blast once in a while? You missed the first one, but I guess, and failure. So, yep, now you're probably thinking I was completely justified to be terrified of that Chandelure. Yep, the reason why I packed a gem just to take it out is it is that important to take it out. It's probably the single toughest thing in the league besides Caitlyn, and it's the one reason why Shauntal actually poses any remote amount of difficulty. Yikes, that one-hit KO even with rain. Yeah, that was painful. But anyway, on to the next opponent, who thankfully is going to be a fair bit of a breather. Thankfully, phew, I'm really going to be able to use that.